Yo, people, what's going on? We're back again with another footy talk. Months. What you telling me, bro? Stinker and hooked, yeah?
All right, listen. I knew you was gonna come with that energy, you know what I'm saying? But your win weren't comfy, so I'll take that, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't convinced by your performance. Same old Man United, look, few more attacking triangles, got a natural. I know that sent your head to the moon, you know what I'm saying? So Amex 12:30, man, we'll be there. We'll be there.
What do you mean set my head to the moon? What you talking about? What debut goal, blood? Like Martial, bro, against Liverpool.
No, I'm talking about Garnacho's miss. Nah, I'm not talking about bro. You already know I rate Xerxes. I've been said Xerxes a baller. That Xerxes' performance did not surprise me, not one bit. Not one bit. You know what
So
I'm
what's
saying?
the
Liverpool
problem
good.
then? What's the problem then, Maggie? There's
What
no
do you mean?
problem. Like, what are
What
you
do you mean? What's the
talking
problem?
about? Bro,
Like,
man's talking about
bro, what was it? What was it that I heard at the end? Cass, don't ever try to convince me Ten Hag's tactics are good enough or whatever. What was that at the end of the street?
I don't know. You tell me, bro.
That's what you were saying, something like that about Ten Hag's tactics. So you know, and I know that still wasn't enough, but there's improvements that have been made. So you know what I'm saying? Some of them ones.
Yeah, but bro, when all else fails, yeah, we've got players, in it. Where's your signings, though?
No, bro. As I showed in the second half, I'm still all right. I'm still all right. Do I want to sit here and be all right? No, because then the club's gonna gaslight these good performances, especially in the second half. The club's gonna gaslight these little performances here, or the using gravy boat in the six. They're gonna gaslight these things into thinking that we should just accept the fact that our squad's good, or our first 11, because some people might argue that is good. That's not good enough. We still need more to close the gap to what's above us. But obviously, the owners are going to gaslight the fans into thinking, rah, look, I told you, we got in slot, you can manage. Look, see, you man can operate without signings, and that's still not good enough. You know what I'm saying? It's gaslighting these men into thinking that no signings is almost all right. We've made 75 M's or 70 to 75 M's off of pounds off of sales alone. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's one top quality player, right? That's a top quality player.
Yeah, but where's the top quality player, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? Because I see certain man talking about Fulham, yeah. Fulham have just signed Anderson. Them man have they're gonna sign.
He's a bad man. He's a bad man,
bro. These man are they're showing intent, bro. That so when man are talking about Fulham like relegation fodder, these man are not relegation fodder. Them man, are gonna them man are still Fulham, bro. Remember that last season they took points off us. They took points off Arsenal. They took points off a few teams. They're not going to be an easy team to beat this season.
No, they're not an easier team, but Paulinho affected it. I still think they definitely missed Paulinho. He's definitely a big part of them being hard to beat. And to be fair, they're still hard to beat. Like, bro, you scored in the 87th minute. They're still a hard team to beat. You still got to put the ball in the back of the net against them and get your result. So, you know what I'm saying? I still feel like if we're talking Man United, I've always said it to Cass. Cass don't want to hear it. I was impressed with certain things, but I was also like, I wasn't impressed with certain things as well. I think that your better players stood up. I think Maguire was excellent. I think Casemiro was the best player on the pitch. You know what I'm saying? I think Mazraoui was very good. I think Xerxes did not surprise me at all when he came on. I done said what type of player this guy is. I've told a lot of people what type of player this guy is, and it didn't shock me. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Bruno was still doing Bruno things. Garnacho, he done well for the assist, but I more compliment the finish compared to the actual assist. Obviously, Garnacho still has to do what he has to do, but that finish was unreal. Like, there was no other way that Xerxes could score that goal. No extra power, no less power. That exact direction. If you saw how close Leno got to the ball, there's no other place he could put that. You know what I'm saying? Big up Grizz in the house as well. You know what I'm saying? Big up, bro. So
even saying that Garnacho done well for the assist, bro, it was just a ball into the box, bro. He never picked out Xerxes. But he just put the ball in the box.
I know. That's why I said I compliment the finish more than the assist. But I'm saying
it was all the finish, bro. It was all the finish. I hear there was more negatives than positives, yeah, if I'm looking at it from a purely tactical point of view. But the facts are, underlying numbers. Yeah, but the underlying numbers, we created more chances than we usually create, and we conceded less chances than we usually create. So it's still a net positive. Yeah, I can be picky, but it's still a net positive.
Yeah, this is why I've said that, like, for me, that there's still the tactical issues with the manager, and that's why you called out Cass at the end of the stream. I was literally sitting there watching, and you were like, yes, you was gassed that you won, but you was like, no one tell me that this manager still, no one can't tell me, because in the game, yes, Fulham didn't create much, but the way they broke through your midfield at times, it was very much that individual player quality that came through, and that won't always be the case. You know what I'm saying? And also, you guys do still struggle to score goals. You had Mount and Fernandes and Rashford and Ahmad, who for me wasn't getting supplied enough. Do you know what I'm saying? And amongst those four, there isn't really a goal scorer. I'd say Fernandes gets goals in it. Fernandes does get goals, to be fair, but he shouldn't be the one to be relied upon when it comes to the goals, especially when he wants to collect the ball from deep. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of people were saying Fernandes was good. Me, I actually thought it was very much. I think he should be finishing those chances. He's done well to get in the box of those chances. I was just more impressed with the little triangles and the little triangles. Even Mount was involved with some of them, like the little combinations of play outside their box. I'm not really used to seeing that from a Man United perspective. So that's where I'll sit there and say, you know what? Usually it's vibes ball. I'm not seeing no tactics, and someone just goes, all right, we're going to wait for someone in the United shirt to do something. And that's how we're going to get our goals today. That wasn't the case against Fulham. You know what I'm saying?
Bruno was rubbish, bruv. Like, he was rubbish. I'll be real. He missed 2 chances, nearly cost us a goal.
He gave away the ball for the counter as well. He gave away the ball for the counter.
Yeah, he nearly cost us a goal and missed 2 fucking easy chances, bro. He was a net negative to the performance. Him and Mount in the same team, is treacherous. I'll be honest.
I think because I feel like that Fernandes performance was very Enzo Fernandez like, but people won't really want to hear that argument. But that's for another day. You know what I'm saying? Enzo Fernandez played a few nice passes in the game, but ultimately didn't have a good game. Fernandes played a few nice passes in the game, but ultimately I don't think had a great game, especially because of the chance he missed as well. But even like Mount in that first half, it was a cardio sesh. It was a cardio sesh, if I'm honest. If Casemiro wasn't on top of his game, you lot probably could have gone into that, gone at one point, could have been 1-0 down. If Casemiro wasn't at back to his best. So the reason I say that I was impressed though is because, again, you're not used to seeing it. I ain't used to seeing it. You man don't have patterns of play in your attack. But now you're starting to have patterns of play. Now, whether that happens against Brighton at 12:30 Amex, I think that's a completely different challenge. You're not at Old Trafford. You're away from home. It's at 12:30. You know what I'm saying, Rants? Like, it's a different game, innit? But before we even get to that, genuinely, I feel like off that left side was where too many of your combinations were coming through. I feel like if they were working through Ahmad, I think you probably would have been maybe 1 or 2 goals up. Do you know what I'm saying? That's not to say, oh yeah, we should be picking and choosing what sides the attack. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, yes, you've done well to create those 2 opportunities. One was from a mistake. The other was a clear-cut opportunity created with a good pattern. But if Ahmad was involved a little bit more, because I feel like everything was kind of going through Rashford. And I think that's why things were breaking down at times. You know what I'm saying? Like, your attacks should realistically be going down that right-hand side because Ahmad is more intricate. Ahmad is more technical. Ahmad hits the ball cleanly. Yes, Rashford is direct, and when he's on his day, can do a thing. But even the chance for Mount early on in the second half, Rashford kind of bundled his way through. Like, it's not like he beat the player. Like, he kind of bundled his way through.
Yeah. He wasn't in control of the ball, bro. He wasn't.
Yeah. And if anything,
Bruno and Rashford have this thing where they link up well, because Bruno can hoof things into him. But you're right. If it was going through Ahmad, we would have seen a bit more quality. But again, this is on the manager to select the right players, because I'm of the belief that in terms of our squad, if we pick the right players, we're cool. I don't think that's the case for you, man, bro. I think that you think your squad is better than it is.
No, I think you, man, like, I think my squad's the same. Obviously, it's the same. But I'm saying that I look at you, man, as worse than what you lot think you are. It's not, I think Liverpool, because if I thought my squad was better than it is, I think I'd be closer to Man City and Arsenal. I would think I'm you know what I'm saying? And I don't.
No, but you think you're further away from us than you actually are, bro.
Yeah, and I said we can have that argument for every stream, Rants, but at the end of the day, we're only going to see as the match days count up and as we get further on into the season. But just to keep it on Man United, as I said, that there was just certain things that I was impressed with. But then again, one thing I'll say though, that midfield still looks, it ain't 3-1-6 in it. It's not 3-1-6 vibes, but that midfield, for me, you man were never comfy. Like, apart from, I'd say, you know what? Second half of the first half, you man were comfy. But in that second half, you man weren't comfy. In that second half, in my opinion.
Yeah, and you man weren't comfy in that first half, blood. If them man didn't run out of petrol, you man, hey, bro, it's
I ain't denying that,
blood.
I ain't denying that, though. I'm not sitting here denying it. I've got the whole Man United contingent telling me that I've got Cass telling me he was comfy the whole game. What are you talking about? You weren't comfy.
Nah, bro, we never looked like conceding apart from the 2 mistakes, the Bruno one and Garnacho. Other than that, we never looked like conceding a goal, bro. We didn't look like it, bro. Ipswich looked like they could, bruv, they looked like they could draw blood.
They looked like they could, but they didn't. We kept the clean sheet. So same way, I can be shameless to say we kept the clean sheet. You know what I'm saying? It was a poor performance in the first half, but I'm not gonna do that. I'll be when it gets to Liverpool, bro. I'm gonna be completely objective about what I saw in that first half, bro. But I'm not having United fans.
What did you see? Because you saw something different from your manager, because your star boy got hooked here, and you said he was the best player on the pitch, blood. So, like, where's the disconnect between you and ARNE, blood? Man, like ARNE,
we can talk about that now. Kwanzaa, the game that he had was overplayed. Definitely overplayed. Robbo was the worst defender for Liverpool. He was fucking cooked. Robbo was the worst. Trent wasn't all that. Van Dijk gave away the ball in the first 5 minutes. Kwanzaa has to make a block, otherwise that's a goal. You know what I'm saying? I understand why Kwanzaa was taken off, because he needs to be winning more of his duels. He's actually someone who usually wins his duels. So, but Delap's a big in it, like, you know what I'm saying? It happens in it. But at the end of the day, Kwanzaa, what I know that when it comes to defending the wide areas, when Trent pushes on, isn't his complete strength. His strength is when the back four is more rigid and he's able to play out from the back. You know what I'm saying? That's his strength. His one-on-one defending was fine. He got beat on the outside, of course, that one time, but it was more the aerial duels. We were like, when Ipswich did go long, he wasn't winning the aerial duels, and then they were able to build from there. And so I understand why it was taken off, but it wasn't a stinker. Robbo was the worst defender on that pitch. Trent wasn't great either. If anything, Kwanzaa was one of the better defenders, in my opinion, when it came to his defending. But again, genuinely, it was just one of those things where I think anyone could have been taken off, and it happened to be Kwanzaa. So, and that's fine. It is what it is. He'll learn from it. But Konate, for me, when he came on, was very good, simply because he can defend, obviously, the wide areas as well as the central areas, and let Trent kind of do his thing. You know what I'm saying? Which Liverpool fans kind of dislike that. A lot of fans don't like the fact that he has to kind of play right back, right centre back, and right back, because that's what leads to injuries. But it is what it is at the moment, and that's what we have. As I said, I told you already how many times I want another centre back. Joe Gomez looks like he could be out the door. He's not in the squad. You know what I'm saying? Sepp van den Berg's just been sold yesterday. That's another centre back out the door. You know what I'm saying? So now you need to bring in the centre back more than, you know what I'm saying? More than ever. Just because obviously Kwanzaa was taken off for half time, he's not suddenly a shit defender. You know what I'm saying? After 45 minutes.
But in the modern game, you have to be able to defend the wide areas as a centre back. And that's my criticism for Lissandro. He can't defend the wide areas. So as much as he has to,
when he's fit, I think when he's fit, he's done it when he's fit. It's his first game back in it in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Well, for United, obviously, maybe that will come with time.
What, did he not have a preseason?
Yeah, he did. But obviously, he got beat in the early. He got roasted by Adama early on, but then second time he done well. He rest of the game he had him on lock still. So I think that will come with more games, being back in the United system, innit? I think that one comes with time. But yeah, but with Kwanzaa, as I said, that 45 minutes doesn't suddenly mean he's shit. And as I said, I feel like the substitution was warranted, but he wasn't. People are just overdoing how bad he was. But my thing was, it wasn't even just Kwanzaa.
They're man are pressurizing you because you done the Lenny Euro thing. Man said you didn't need Lenny Euro because you had Kwanzaa. You said Kwanzaa is what man think Lenny Euro was, and then Kwanzaa got taken.
And I'm still, bro.
He got put in a spin cycle.
In my opinion, 45 minutes ain't changing my opinion.
And got taken to the laundrette.
We can't have that argument until he gets back fit anyway. And availability is an ability. So let that little brother let little bro get available, and then we can have the argument. But even so, that first half, there was a lot of things I didn't like in that first half. And I'm not gonna sit here and gas it like some United fans, maybe not yourself, but it's what some United fans are saying about their performance against Fulham. You know what I'm saying? Because that was Fulham's second half. But at the same time, if we're looking at my own game, bro, I saw Szoboszlai get ragdolled into the crowd by Amari Hutchinson. I'm seeing Diaz trying to take on man in the corner by the corner flag, trying to flick the ball over man's head at the corner flag. I'm seeing. In fact, you know what? Fuck it. I'm seeing boot it to Salah and let's see what happens in it. Because that's the only time we looked dangerous in the first 45 minutes. When we was knocking the ball onto Salah and seeing what can happen. The only player who I give 90 minutes of credit to is Gravy Boat. And I did say, if Gravy Boat does have the discipline to play in the 6, because listen, it's 45, it's 90 minutes against Ipswich. So I'm not going to say, boom, he's Liverpool's new 6. I need to see more. I need to see it against United on game week 3. I need to see it against Brentford next game. I need to see it for minimum at least 10 to 15 games before I start telling him, oh, he's a 6. But from what I saw, 90 minutes, bro, we looked so much better when he received the ball in the half turn, because arguably he is one of our best receivers on the ball, you know, in terms of protecting the ball on the turn.
He is, but against a proper midfield, yeah, like with Premier League experience, yeah, you need to see how he fares. It's all right doing it against Ipswich.
That's my point. That's why I said I won't let Ipswich's game go. Oh, you know what? This is the guy. Don't get me wrong, Rants. My stocks isn't Gravenberch, because I think Gravenberch is better than Szoboszlai. I've said this for a long time now, and people haven't really agreed with me in it. But that's my thing. When he gets on the half turn, he's put Salah in on goal a couple of times. He was bullying, man. He was being physical. That's not his game. I've never really known Gravenberch to be physical, bro. He's one of them Dutch man that don't like to use their stature. You know, like Gakpo. Man are 6'3", but don't want to use their physicality. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, they're 6'3", but they're not physical players. It's the same with McTominay, bro. Like he's a tall youth, but he's not a physical player. Like different people's games are that, bro. Do you know what I mean? So we just have to wait and see with this Liverpool team. But I still think that you're lacking in multiple areas, bro. I'll be honest. Like, I don't know. Like, I think you're a few injuries away from panic stations.
No, but I agree. I do think, especially in centre back, if Van den Berg's gone, because he is gone, by the way, 20 million with 5 on add-ons. Joe Gomez is currently like not in the squad, bro. Like, he's not in the squad. So either the writing's on the wall, or you come back in and you fight for your spot. But for me, do I want Joe Gomez as a centre-back option? Not sure. You know what I'm saying? It's question marks over that. Left-back option, I'm down with it. I'm with it. Left-back, I'm with it. But not really sure of the centre-back option anymore. That's more of an unknown thing. But in general, I do understand, for me, if Konate gets injured or if Kwanzaa gets injured, it's not looking good. Who goes centre-back?
So if you don't make any major signings between now and the start of the season, yeah, you still confident for this top 4 thing after what you've seen so far? I know it's a small sample size, but bro, it wasn't looking great. I'll be honest, it wasn't looking great.
Again, and that's why, but at the same time, in the second half, it probably should have been 6 or 7. Let's be honest. It probably should have been 6 or 7. The reality check stepped. You know what I'm saying? That was a welcome to the Premier League. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's Ipswich. Yes, it's a game that we should have imposed ourselves. But at the same time, like, I'm not going to be dumb, and I'm not going to completely look at things the wrong way. You have to have a little bit of context. I'm going to sit here honestly. Ipswich is their first time back in the Prem. It's at their ground. They're going to be buzzing, bro. The manager's going to tell these men, win every single one of your fucking duels. You do not let these men breathe today. Don't let them play their pretty football today. I knew they was going to come out the blocks quite quickly. I just thought we would have dealt with it a bit better. But we knew Ipswich was going to come out the blocks. In my opinion, bro, I knew they was going to gas out. I knew they would have been gassed. But they went man for man. They done the Bielsa thing. You are gassing out by the 50th minute minimum. You're gassing out.
There were people even in my chat that were like, yo, they can't keep this intensity up for 90 minutes. No, they can't. This is the Premier League. They're playing against players that are better technically, that are less likely to make a mistake. And the whole thing is with pressing, yeah, you're pressing in order to make a player make a mistake. When you play against better players, the likelihood of that mistake coming reduces. So usually they play at that intensity and they win the ball back at a lower standard. Against higher level teams, you're not going to win the ball back. You're going to be doing a lot of running. Can you keep doing it? The manager has to use his substitutions well to keep the energy up. And it was just too much of an ask, innit? But they actually pressed very well in the first half. And had they had a bit more quality, I think there was a chance where Hutchison was through almost like in a 1v1, yeah. And it's like, if that's a different baller, you go behind, innit?
Yeah, no, and I think that's that. I always say I didn't use that argument with too much of United, because that's what I was saying, bro. If it wasn't Pereira playing that pass on that counter attack against United, you know what I'm saying? Then I think was it Iwobi who was in on goal? Someone was in on goal on that left side when it was 2-on-1.
I'm not sure. The one that Maguire cut out. That one.
Yeah, the one that Maguire cut out. Like, Rants, let's be honest. You're making that pass, bro. I'm making that pass. Let's be honest. And I know that's
it's
crazy.
poor. It's poor. It's
that
poor.
was
It's poor.
from me. He knows. But even just away from Man United, Amari Hutchinson for me was having a very good game. I think he had a good game in general. Actually, I think he looked quite lively. He looked quite lively still. But again, it's one of those things where I still didn't feel like he was gonna bag though. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I know Ipswich don't really have the quality to put some of these half chances away, because the big chances that they did create, let's be honest, they got blocked. They got blocked and we managed to defend it. My opinion, my thing is that how it got to that point, it should not have got to that point. You know what I'm saying? And that is why I say the lack of a 6. And obviously, cool, it's the first game. I just think that in that second half, I'm glad we still have the killers. Like we have Van Dijk. Like again, Van Dijk, apart from that mistake in the first 10 minutes, Rolls Royce for me. You know what I'm saying? The 60 yarders he was pinging to Salah, cash money. You know what I'm saying? I think Diaz for me pissed me off at parts of that game. Why are you flicking over a man's head at 2-0? You're playing Ipswich away from home. Have some like I love the Samba thing, but bro, like you've missed an open goal. You tried to flick it over the keeper and you flicked it over the bar. You know what I'm saying? You've gone from 10-0 in one attack by moving like almost flip-flapping the ball around the player and then somehow hitting Rose Z. Like he's the most confusing footballer sometimes. It's just too erratic. For me, Simic, like, and even
Robbo, you gotta read the room. And to respond to this, Liam, bro, Man United could have won 5-0 easily against Fulham as well. I don't know. Just because we scored, a late winner, people are going on like we weren't in control of the game for most of the game, bruv. We was, bro. Bruno missed two sitters. Mount missed a sitter as well. Garnacho missed an open goal. And we scored the hardest of all the chances. Like, let's not pretend like United did not fucking outplay Fulham. Let's not pretend, innit? Like, the first 20 minutes wasn't great. And after that, we pretty much should have wiped the floor with them. Like, let's be real. And goals change games, If we get that goal early on, the chance that Bruno misses, we end up steamrolling these guys. So let's not pretend. Let's not pretend. Yes, it was a late winner, but it wasn't a Man United fucking sucker punch. It wasn't that. Like, we battered these guys for 3/4 of the game.
No, second half, I feel like I didn't think you lot were all that second half. I think you were better in the first half than the second half. I think your chances that you missed though were bad chances though. They were bad chances. But yeah, just carrying on. Like for me, the Trent, Van Dijk, Salah, Jota, it is about keeping those fit, as you said. It is about keeping them fit because you saw the quality in that move for the first goal. It was cash money. You know what I'm saying? Jota, to be fair, should have scored their header about 5 minutes before that. Not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? We'll put that down to it being the first game. I don't really want to see misses like that from someone like him anyway. He's our best finisher, innit? I don't want to see misses like that. But you show, like for me, you show why you're there by scoring a goal and all that stuff, innit? So for me, Salah again, even, and I'll give this guy credit. I've been calling Szoboszlai a scrub for the longest part of 9 months now. And he had a good 45 minutes in the second half. I was calling for him to be subbed for Elliot at halftime. And when Elliot didn't come on, I was ready to crack him. Yeah. No, Szoboszlai was good in it. So I'll give it to him. For me though, like with Gravenberch, I gotta go see it next game. Me, I do prefer Elliot. I was a bit disappointed that Elliot was an unused sub after playing all of preseason. Everyone's kind of acknowledging, you know what, Elliot's a player. All of this doesn't see a single minute opening day. So we'll see what happens there. But what I do like about ARNE though is that man was ruthless. Yes, I was defending Kwanzaa, but at the same time, I do like the ruthlessness from the manager. I do like that. I do like the fact that he called it out as well. Klopp wouldn't have done that. I like the fact that he called it out on top of that. So if a player wants to, if Kwanzaa wants to step up, now I'll rate Kwanzaa even more if he steps up and bounces back. You know, because some players
on the bench, he looked fuming though. I can't lie.
Right, we all know that one when you get hooked and your team starts winning. Like, or if your team starts, that's the worst feeling. Or you miss a sitter, you get subbed, and the guy who's come on for you just bags. You know you're not starting next game. You know you're not starting.
Yeah, it's mad. He looked fuming though. Bro, that's what the crazy thing is. He looked fuming, bro. Like you see, man get hooked, but he looked like he just wanted to dash a
because he knows he's looking to his left and he's seeing Robbo play like shit and get away with murder. Why do you think Joe Gomez is fuming? Because whatever Joe Gomez has done, it's not good enough because Robbo's still going to get picked. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for Robbo to regress. You've been running for 7 years, bro. You've been running for 7 years. You know what I'm saying? Certain man ain't got no kneecaps. Look at Fabinho. Look where he is. You know what I'm saying?
I hear it. But when your centre back gets hooked, yeah, and he's not celebrating the goals and that, man's pissed, bro. Like that's not a concern for you.
I'd have been pissed. Nah, it's not a concern for me, bro. I'd be pissed. We'd all be pissed, bro. We all know, like, we've all kicked ball. We all know that feeling, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good baller, but man's been there. Man's been hooked, bro. Man's been hooked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but man don't know about not celebrating my own team goals and that.
I've done that. No, Rants, I've done that, bro. 0 crosses completed in the first 45 minutes. Couldn't beat the wing back. You know what I'm saying? I'm cutting in. I was lashed it over the bar. Get subbed at halftime. These man go 1-0 at 50th minute. Yeah, this one. The little clap.
Brother, but at least you clapped. He didn't clap. The bro was sitting there like this. For the whole game.
I hear it. No, I hear it. I hear it, bro. I hear it. I do hear it, though. But I'd be vexed as well, innit? But even so, as I said, man, like, I weren't even too happy with McAllister, even though it was our best midfielder. I don't think he was that good today, that game. But yeah, man, the Salah, Trent, Van Dijk, Jota. Sorry, I've even moved past that. Sorry. This is what I was going to talk about. Yeah, Slot being ruthless. I like that. I like the ruthlessness of the manager. I think that's something you like as well. I think you were saying something about Maresca being ruthless. Like, I like the ruthlessness of the manager because this is what football is, bro. Football's becoming too much of a nice guy sport. You know what I'm saying? Understand, decisions need to be made, whether we like it or not. People are saying, "Oh, Liverpool's youngsters are going." I understand it, but if Slot's gonna die on this hill, he just needs to make sure success comes out of it. And I'd rather that than having a yes man. And it's as simple as that. So for me, Darwin, unused sub. I used to pray for times like this, rhymes like this. You know what I'm saying?
Are you gonna get your money back for Darwin?
90 minutes.
Man like noodles, fam. Are you gonna get your money back for him? Because clearly the manager don't fancy him, and that's a good thing, to be honest. Like I think it's refreshing that Slot and Maresca have both come into the league, and their manager saying, "Yo, bun these man in it."
Yeah. It's not that he said to Endo. Yeah, listen. Yeah, it's not that. You know what I'm saying? That you see, you know what they say about the old days. They're the old days. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear it, bro. Listen, I respect that, bro. I'm not one of the guys that saying, "Oh, you have to respect Sterling, you have to respect all these guys." This is football. Football's a results business. I respect results. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is all it comes down to. Because if it was a manager, yeah, you wouldn't say, you know what, a manager's done X, Y, Z. Look at David Moyes. He won a European trophy with West Ham. He got sacked, your blood clot. Do you know what I'm saying? That man don't care about what you did in it, about who you was. It's what you're doing now, cuz.
That's facts. And to be fair, as I said, like, obviously we'll have concerns about Harvey Elliott not coming on. I think some of the fans like myself will look at the Darwin Núñez not coming on and go, interesting. You know what I'm saying? That's an interesting one. I felt like he definitely fancies Jota. And there's another, I probably would have preferred Tsimikas to start the game. But as we said, like, it's the first 90 minutes. It's everyone's game day one. So we don't have a massive sample size of what we can go off of. But what we have seen, I do like the ruthlessness. And I do like, bro, man showed a tactical nous to make a change when he saw something he didn't like. Not every manager does it. You know what I'm saying? So
you can only applaud that.
Exactly. So this is where I'm not going to say man's the best thing since sliced bread. But yeah, second half probably should have been about 6-7-0. You know what I'm saying? These man gassed out, started making mistakes. Like, he was cutting through them like butter. You know what I'm saying? For me, my thing, that's the same old shit that needs to stop, bro, is that it's Diaz, it's those misses, bro. Those misses.
Yeah, but that's always going to be who he is, though.
Yeah, so it's who he is, because I feel like parts of his game, there are parts of his game that are very good in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way he's able to cut in, like, I've seen him take on a man with the same foot in the same motion. I'm like, yeah, cold. But like, you're not even crossing it with intent. You're just booting it across. You're just booting it. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no intent for where you're trying to put the ball.
He's wild, innit? He's wild,
you're just
bro.
booting
Man's
it.
a wild Pokemon, blood. It's just is what it is.
Bro.
You don't know what you're going to get, fam.
Exactly. And don't get me wrong, there's going to be days, Rants, where he lashes that shit top bins. We saw it in the game against the preseason game where he cut in and shot in the same motion and just went inside netting. But then we saw him do it again in the Premier League. It's gone Rose Ed. So it's going to be interesting to see who goes left wing and who plays left wing, whether it's going to be Gakpo or if it's going to be Diaz. I'm not going to lie. Even though Gakpo's looked really good in the Euros, I think Diaz will still get the nod just because of how erratic and as how erratic of a winger he is.
For sure, because he's more of a threat, innit?
He's all, you know what it is? He's always in the game. I always say Diaz reminds me of Mane when he used to have stinkers. I don't know if you, as a United fan, you'd remember some of Mane's stinkers, but Mane would have these games in it. He'd have some games, yeah. Napoli brings back memory. Leeds, the game where Harvey Elliott dislocated his ankle. Leeds is another one. Leeds away from home, 2021, I believe, yeah, or 2022. And this guy, like, it was just so erratic. It was erratic, but don't get me wrong, he's still bodying, man. He's still hurting players just by leading on them. He's causing them. He's hurting, man. He's still bundling through players. He's still getting in the right places, but he's missing everything and probably will bag it last minute. Bag will go at the end of the game because eventually the door will open. That is what Diaz is every game. Every game. But 100%. That's what I feel like. I think managers, though, prefer at times players who are always in the game, though. If you're a constant threat, I think managers...
Yeah, 100%. 100%. It's the same at Man United with like a Garnacho. The reason why he's a manager favorite and a fan favorite is because he just constantly runs. So you always see him, blood. Even if he's fucking up, yeah, he's always in the game, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Always.
And this is what it is. And that's why fans tend to like those kind of players. I don't like those kind of players because those players, yeah, the more mistakes you make, yeah, the more I don't like you. In football in general, like that's how it is in football. I would rather, yeah, that my players aren't involved in the game, yeah, all the time, but when they're involved, they do the right things, bro, because that's what true quality is. Like all of this running around, losing the ball, falling over, the shit that Bellingham does, yeah, like that's dead to me, bro. He's always in the game because he's got a mad engine and he's always on the ball, but most of the time it's all dead. There's no pass appreciation, there's no first touch. There's no intelligence. There's no nothing. It's just mindless running, bro. It's just all action. That's. I wouldn't say Diaz.
I wouldn't say Diaz is mindless running, but yeah, I know what you mean. It's that mode of player where because he's always in the game. Like for me, I still think Diaz is techie in it. Like his first touch is there. Like he can be a player very easy.
But it's not consistent. You know, it's mad. Like it's instinctive, mindless playground football, blood.
It's his end product's not consistent because he definitely gets Liverpool at the pitch of his first touch a lot of the time. That's quite consistent. It's again with me, it's just whenever he gets around the box, bro, it's just pure. It's like he closes. It's like he closes his eyes. It's like he plays with his eyes closed. I promise you. Like what I like about Gakpo is his decision making is a lot better. But when Gakpo tends to not finish his dinner, that's when that pisses me off more because I know I'm not going to see him for the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, you know he's a lot more polished, bro. Like, and it's just one of them ones. It's just
way more.
You just have to pick. You have to just pick what you like, innit?
For the game, innit?
Yeah, but for the game, it depends on the opponent sometimes.
Yeah,
and that's why you switch between the two kinds of players, man. It's like the same with Sancho and Rashford on the left hand side. Yeah. There's certain games that you're better off with the Sancho, and certain games you're better for the Rashford. Rashford's not in the game a lot, but when he's in the game, he's an outlet. Whereas Sancho's not really an outlet.
Yeah, and I think when Sancho's central, he's an outlet. When he's played central, not when he's in wide areas per se. Like I've seen him.
But it's not really an outlet thing with Sancho, like at all. Like he is.
Oh yeah, like he's not going to run into the space so you can click it over.
That's what I mean. To take the pressure off the team, he's someone like I seen a compilation of him at 17 got posted on Twitter yesterday at Dortmund. No, Sancho, and he scored a couple goals in that game for Dortmund, bro. And his game is exactly the same as it was at 17 years old. People got the wrong impression about Jadon Sancho. He's always been a link player.
Yeah, it's true.
He needs players around him. He needs players to bounce the ball up. He needs players to run off him. Like he drifts inside, he floats inside. He's never been a touchline winger.
No. He's always when he was playing off the striker with Haaland as like a kind of when he was doing the Dele Alli thing with Haaland, what I would say was different about Jadon is though I feel like he used to run more. He used to run more at Dortmund. But I think because the spaces,
but he
there's
didn't
more
though.
spaces.
But he didn't though. Like if you actually watch it, he didn't. Like Sancho is always a connector player. He'll bounce the ball and then he'll go. And even when he's running, yeah, a lot of the time he's running with his head up and he's looking for a pass to slide into somebody. Like he's not running an ISO in players. He's never been an ISO player. Like he'll stand you up, he'll bounce the ball, he'll run, and then he gets it back. The problem is at Man United, yeah, it's bare ISO football because we're hoofing it. So it's Garnacho ISO, Rashford ISO. Even when you look at Ahmad, a lot of the time he has to turn back because there's no one, bruv, to link with. Bare times, like he'll get the ball and then he'll turn back.
Ahmad, to be fair, I did say don't let Ahmad be coming off in the 60th minute. I did say that to you. I did say that to you, Rants. And for me, he was out the game. He was out the game.
Yeah, but it's because the manager's a terrorist, though. Because every time Ahmad got the ball, he kept it. And that's not enough for this manager, bro. Like, this is what it is. Our style of football is not conducive to football. No, but he didn't get hooked, bruv. He got taken off because the manager wanted a more direct player, but that's just his style. Your guy got hooked because he was losing jewels, blood. That's a completely different conversation. Don't try and drag me to the ghetto with you, yeah. Your guy was getting
you're in the ghetto.
My guy wasn't getting cooked. Man's not in the hood with you, blood. Man's not in the hood with you.
He got hooked, but it's calm though, because the worst thing is Garnacho come on and even got the assist. Bro, Garnacho even got the assist.
We needed a change of style, bro. You needed a change of player completely because your guy was dying. Our guy was not dying, fam.
Listen, Rants.
You can't control, bruv. You can't compare our struggles, bro.
Rants.
This is
it's
crazy.
All right. Garnacho went on and got the assist. Listen, I didn't say it.
Hey, bro, listen. Hey, bro. Hey, stop it, bro. This is low even for you, bro. Like, just take your Kwanzaa L in it, bro. Like, let's not do this, right?
Like, you get it, like, bro. It's fine. Ahmad, 59 minutes. Kwanzaa 45. We'll go again next game. We'll go again.
Brother,
we'll go again. It's even worse. It's even worse because Garnacho got the GA. He went and got the GA.
Yeah, how is it worse though? How is it worse because Garnacho got the GA, blood? Your guy got hooked, yeah.
Hey, listen, man.
And you never conceded a chance after that, bro.
Hey, don't blame me. Blame that terrorist Ten Hag, fam. Don't blame me. Blame that terrorist, bro. Blame that terrorist that you got on the touchline, bro. Don't blame me.
Listen. Anyway, back to it. Styles make fights, innit? And at the end of the day, yeah, the style that this manager wants to play doesn't suit Jaden. He was never an ISO player. Neither is Ahmad. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not ISO players. So, like, stylistically, he hasn't changed. People think, oh, yeah, he used to do this, he used to do that at Dortmund. Yeah, that's because these men are only watching YouTube clips, bro. They're not watching extended highlights of him isolated. They're only seeing him dribble with the ball and cut inside and shoot and score, and you're seeing him do a couple step overs. But if you look at most of the skills Sancho does, it's usually just to get out of trouble, bro. He's not someone that just runs at players and he wants to face them up and go past them. That's never been his game.
He did do that a few times because I think, again, in Bundesliga, there's just more spaces for you to do that as well. There's more spaces for you to do that. And I think that he's able to play with footballers around him. I always say, you man don't have enough footballers. I've been saying, you said this. You man don't have enough.
Yeah, we don't really have football. We're having more now. Because
you're signing, because like you sign him. I'm just saying, but genuinely, I've always said you need more footballers at the club.
Yeah, we do.
And I even think for me, it was concerning that Sancho didn't see minutes. Maybe the writing is on the wall for him at this moment in time. Maybe it is, isn't it?
But the manager said he had an ear infection. He wasn't in the squad, so we'll see, innit? We'll see what the manager said. You know what I mean? He's back in training now, whatever, innit? I don't know what to make of that. If I was him, I'd be looking to try and get football somewhere. I'll be looking to leave, personally. However, like, for selfish reasons, I want him to stay, but we'll see, innit? Because I think he can displace Rashford, because Rashford don't look like he's going to get any better anytime soon, bruv. This brother has not improved as a footballer since he was 17 years old.
Let's see what happens with Xerxes and Rashford, if Rashford looks a bit... Because, again, remember, with this current formation that you man are playing, the wingers keep getting the ball with their back to goal. And I know how jarring that is, because I think Arsenal went through something like that at the start of last season or the season before, where Saka and Martinelli were they weren't getting the ball face front, isolated situation, and they go do what they want to do. It's happened with us sometimes. If Salah's getting the ball back to goal, defender here, defender there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if you're winning the ball on a press, you're going to be facing the goal. So their man's press just needs to be better as well. So literally, there's no excuses for these man. I'll be honest.
Don't get me wrong. I'm running out of ways to protect Rashford, even as a Liverpool fan, because I like Rashford, innit? Like, but like I know if he played for my club, he'd frustrate the fuck out of me as well, bro. You know what I'm saying? I feel like because
he's just not the level, bro. I'll be honest, he's not good enough. I'm tired of hearing all the excuses for Marcus Rashford, bro. Like, listen, I would love for him to do well and prove his doubters wrong, but I genuinely believe he is a player that just lucked out on his ability. He came through it. He was the right player, his face fit at the right time, and he's managed to steal a career at a club that he don't really belong at in terms of ability wise, bro. Like, he's a mid-table player at very, very best. And that's just all it is. He doesn't have the ability. Like, skills pay bills. Do you know what I'm saying? His ability is not high enough, bro. When I look at what he's good at and what he's not good at, like, I struggle. Do you know what I'm saying? I struggle to tell you what this guy does. Because if you look at someone like a Wilf Zaha, that was at Crystal Palace, it didn't work out for him at Man United. He was better than Marcus Rashford. Wilf is a much better footballer than him. And it didn't work out for Wilf. It didn't work out for Memphis Depay. Memphis is a better footballer than Marcus Rashford. It's not worked out at Man United for way better footballers than Marcus Rashford. So, and no one made excuses for these guys. Who made excuses 100%. For them?
No, I agree, bro. Listen, you know my preference lies with Jamar, innit? It's just, as I said, your manager's actually a terrorist. You're rude and dead, innit? He's rude and dead. And for me, I think the game at the Amex is going to be a big challenge for you guys because I don't know if Minte's still going to be fit. Because I think we briefly spoke about Minte, the guy that Newcastle sold. They had him on loan. He done really well. And it confused me with Newcastle because they have Almiron out there on that right side. I thought he would have come in and slotted right in on that right wing for them. It would have been Isak, Minte, and Gordon. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he's now gone to Brighton. I don't know if you saw it. He balled the fuck out. Like, he balled out.
I only seen highlights, but he looked promising. But I can't say I knew much about him before then.
Watch the extended, innit? No. He done well in his loan. I looked at a few of his loan clips and I thought, oh, is that gonna translate to the Prem? I don't really know, innit? Like, and if Newcastle are still letting him go, they're clearly not convinced that's gonna translate to the Prem. Obviously, Brighton, the footballing style that they are, Wife has come in again, slots guy. He's done his thing. Yes, it was against Everton, but Everton are quite stubborn defensively. You know what I'm saying? I know they got the red card. And
I heard they were playing quite well before the incident as well, Everton.
But with Adingra doing Adingra, we know what Adingra is about. Very tricky. You know what I'm saying? A lot of potential there. Obviously, João Pedro's there as well. But yeah, that Minte, I watched some extended parts. I'm not gonna lie. He's decent, you know, like he's one of those wingers that, like, he don't just do the one-dimensional thing. Like, he comes inside and he's not gonna just pass it back when he gets his half a yard. He'll find a little gap inside. When you can, bro, watch the extended of him against Everton, innit? And I saw parts of the game when I was able to turn it on. He's decent, man. He was cold. Even Suki saying in the chat, he was cold at Feyenoord. I didn't really see him much at Feyenoord, but the hype was probably there for a reason.
Me neither. I didn't know much about him, but I heard loads of people talking about him, and obviously I've seen.
How old is he? I don't know how old he is. I think he's probably a young player as well. But yeah, I think you look like, listen, 12:30 Brighton Amex is not a nice place to go. I know you, man, ain't like, I know you, man.
It's the start of the season though, so hopefully the 12:30 don't mean nothing because it's a 1 game a week thing. We still had the whole week to prepare for this game, not trying to make no excuses. And we just go and we win the game. Like, I'm not expecting us to outplay Brighton.
Do you think you man will run transition against them? Or do you think
100%. 100%. I think that this Brighton team,
because they don't have the Zerbi though. The Zerbi's not there, bro.
It doesn't matter. I think that this Brighton team's all wrong for Man United in terms of, they're gonna play some great football, but we're gonna open them up with some transition football and we'll score, bro. Like we'll score goals. Like, it's one of them ones where Fulham play a low to mid block and we created chances against Fulham. And that's new for us. Against teams that play like a mid block, we struggle. Teams like Liverpool that actually come and play and they press us and they play high up, we tend to get chances. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think it'll be a similar game with Brighton. I think that we'll get chances, innit? And I just think that our quality, individual quality in the end, I think will just edge the game. But I think both teams score.
I'm gonna be on. Obviously, I'll be in Norway, but I'm gonna be on Wi-Fi watch because you know what I'm saying. Obviously, that was the Feyenoord guy that people were saying Liverpool should have bought in. You know what I'm saying, in the 6 on the half turn. Obviously, the manager didn't want him in that, but you know what I'm saying. It's genuinely, I think you will definitely get chances on that counter attack. I think it just depends who you start with. I feel like I don't think Garnacho will start, even though we got the assist. I don't think Garnacho will start. I think Ahmad will still start the game.
I think Garnacho is in with a chance of starting because this manager won't be as positive as he should be. Do you know what I'm saying? He should go with Ahmad, Xerxes, and Rashford. That's what he should go with. But I don't know. I have a feeling that he will not. I have a feeling that he'll go with Mount, Bruno, and Ahmad could possibly get dropped for Garnacho because of the running, bro. Like I reckon he'll sit back and try and play on the counter, bro. And I wouldn't. I'd just bust their head. Like I'd just go front foot.
You don't think Ahmad? I think Ahmad still starts. You know, I don't know.
Bob, I hope he still starts, but I'm saying I don't put it past Ten Hag to go
do the
Rashford, like Garnacho scumbag
team. Yeah, the scumbag thing still.
I don't put it past him. Like we have to keep it a buck. You look, let's run up these lights. We need at least 600 in it. Like that's the target. We got only 1400 in here.
It's kind of the same thing with Kwanzaa for me. I don't know if he will. I think he probably should.
Kwanzaa doesn't start the next game, bro. Konate is. To be honest, Konate is better than him. It's no shame. Konate is older.
Konate is better than him. He's better than him.
Yeah, like it's no shame for him not to start. He shouldn't be starting for you like anyway. That was always my argument.
It's just because that when it comes to with the ball at his feet, Kwanzaa is very good technically, and Konate is obviously a bit clumsy.
He's a bit cumbersome, bro. He's a bit clumsy, but do you know what I mean?
As a defender, he's a brute in it. He's a brute.
Yeah,
100%. He's a good defender in it. So I think against there are some whispers that Nunes might be in with a start. That one's a bit. I'm not sure of that one. Like I'm not sure why Nunes will just kind of come in and start after why Jota's gone and scored a goal. I don't want to see Slot rotating the team like Pep when we ain't got Pep's squad in it. You know what I'm saying? That to me is counterproductive.
Especially not this early in the season anyway. It's pointless.
Yeah, exactly. So I think he'll go over quite a similar 11. But yeah, we'll have to see in it. Genuinely though, like from what I've seen, I just feel like I'm going to take what I've got from that second half and go forward. Like obviously there've been teams for me that have had good performances and not got their 3 points. You know what I'm saying? i.e. Tottenham. i.e. Chelsea. I don't think Chelsea deserve to win, but I think Chelsea did play all right. I think Chelsea played quite well. I don't think they got battered. One thing I'll say about Chelsea, though, is that City didn't get out of gear 1. That's the only worry I'll say. City did not get out of gear 1.
I don't agree. I believe that Chelsea were responsible for the style of the game it was. I think they didn't let City play. I think people aren't giving Chelsea enough credit for how they set up. Like, honestly, like everyone saying City didn't get out of gear 1. They fucking couldn't, bro. Like, bruv, Chelsea didn't let them, bruv. Like, I'll be honest, like that Chelsea midfield 3, as much as it's not creative, it's very industrious, and do you know what I mean? It's very good for.
Yeah, it was chaotic. It was very chaotic. They made it very chaotic in the middle.
Yeah,
of the
there you
park.
go. Like, bruv, listen, I'm not of the opinion that City didn't try and get out of first gear. Chelsea just weren't having it, bro. I thought Chelsea set up well. They didn't take their chances, and ultimately goals change games. And when I was watching the game, I said, yo, this is setting up perfectly for a City sucker punch. And then the second goal comes.
Yeah, bro, the game was very much 50-50. Before that goal, I don't think that Chelsea were out of it, or the game was very much 50-50. I think Chelsea done well. I even said, like, I didn't want to cook the man them too much. I said, you know what, Chelsea, in my opinion, had a good game, but I still think it's the same old issues with Chelsea. Jackson looking good until it gets to the final third. I think Nkunku, Clunky, can't score. Fuck me, get him off that left wing immediately. You know what I'm saying?
So where though? What? Play him up front instead of Jackson?
No, in the 10. He's got to go in the 10. Enzo's one of the midfield three's got to drop out, and then Kunku's got to go and receive the ball in the half turn and open up the spaces. That's how he has to be used. If he goes up top, he's going to be isolated because he's not going to give you what Jackson gives you in terms of holding off a defender, spinning off, and then going. He's not going to give you what Jackson gives you. He's more technical than that. He wants the ball to his feet. He wants to do a little majink, but his majink work, bro. For me, if on paper I'm seeing Jackson versus Rico Lewis, bro, man, let 0 from holes do him up, blood. And that's not even a That's if you know, you know. That's not even a slight on Lewis. Lewis is a good player. We're not gonna sit and act like Lewis is a bum in it.
He's a good player. He is a good player. Man.
But like, if you're like realistically, he's a midfielder who plays wing back. And if you got someone like Nkunku with his experience, with his speed, with his technique, you look at him and go, "That's a mismatch." 1v1, that's problems. Yeah, that's a mismatch. And realistically, man caught a Rico charge. That's what the City fans are saying. Man caught a Rico charge, bro. That's what man are saying. Nkunku, bro, I don't know if it was because he's had a full preseason, so I can't even say his first game. Bro, he's cutting in at mad slow, Rants. He's cutting in mad slow. Mad slow, bro. I don't know whether he's not as quick as he used to be. He needs to play central, roll his defender, and then let the space open in front of him. And then Cole Palmer can isolate the defender, and he can do what he needs to do.
A lot of players are not ISO players. You know what it is, yeah?
Yeah, it's true.
People need to understand, yeah, that taking your defender on, yeah, is, bruv, it's a special skill set. A lot of players, they see players receive ball, entire areas, get out of spaces, and manipulate the ball past 3 or 4 people, and they think that these men are dribblers. They're not dribblers, bro. There's certain men that can just get out of trouble. Do you know what I mean? Like Foden. Foden can get out of trouble when there's 2-3 players around him. Same with Bernardo, but these men can't dribble. They're not 1v1 dribblers.
Thanks.
1v1 dribblers are special players, and they're very rare in the game. That's why when you see Savinho, bro, he's a 1v1 dribbler, bro. He was cooking. That's what a 1v1 dribbler looks like. But how many of them are there really in the league? There's not many, bro. There's not many.
Someone just said Nkunku would be your best forward. Anyway, you know what? Let me not. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, bro. Don't even rise to them things there. But the fact is, 1v1 dribblers are very rare in the game, innit? Like, and it's just one of them ones where I think a lot of people get given or misprofiled when the reality is that's not their strengths. Like, he is definitely better in central areas, bro. Like the fouls he's drawn and the good performances I've seen him have definitely been in central areas.
100%. And we got to remember that he in the Premier League, he can't play like how he played in the Bundesliga, where he's going to be allowed the space to turn and go and take his time and make his decision. It's never been that. Like, you have to remember, the harsh reality is, Rants, we all know how good Nkunku is. Rival fans, Chelsea fans, we all know how good he can be. But the bottom line is, I've not seen more than 3 games where I've gone, wow. You know what I'm saying? He's had little moments. And he's been here for 13 months now. So it is time to rise. If I'm a Chelsea fan, it's time to fucking rise. Whether you're playing on the left or you're playing in cam, fucking rise, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you should be doing up. You should be twisting up Rico Lewis in a 1v1 situation.
Yeah, you should have at least be making him earn his money, bro. Like, he should be leaving the pitch stressed, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, he should be getting
no change, bro. He left with no change.
He should be getting hooked at half time. He's a young G, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's meant to be your welcome to the Premier League moment. Do you know what I'm saying? If I'm an experienced attacker and I'm seeing young Rico Lewis at right back, I'm trying to say, yo, like, this guy's getting hooked at half time because I'm gonna pressure this you.
There you go. So, and I know people are going to tell me, yes, I know he's had his injuries, but when he has not been injured, because he did come off the bench and there was times where he was fit and he wasn't used by Poch. Yes, blame that on Poch. I don't give a toss. He's had little moments. And for me, for someone who is so injury prone, he hasn't wowed me every time he's come onto the pitch and gone, you know what, he's worth the injury. He's worth the time he's injured. It's not like when I see Reece James come onto the pitch and he's pretty much as good as what he was before the second he gets injured. Second he's come back from his injury, sorry. You know what I'm saying? So, understandably for me, I think Chelsea did play a decent game, but Enzo started off the game well. He had one thing where he rolled it and he pinged it round the corner to Gusto, and then Vardio has to intercept it. But at the same time, it was the same old problem, man. Chelsea in the final third, and you get punished. Chelsea know this. You know what I'm saying? They'll go to the Molineux this weekend, and hopefully they can turn it around and get things going. But well, not hopefully, because I'm a Liverpool fan, innit? But you know what I'm saying, innit? They'll probably turn it around. But even then, we have to see, man. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of players aren't fit yet, maybe. I don't know. But as we said, they still have the same defensive frailties. People were talking about Fofana. Thought he had a good game. I don't think Fofana had a good game. gave away the ball for the goal. We spoke about players that make these mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Doku fucked these man up. Doku and Savio were treating their wing backs like bitches, blood. You know what I'm saying? Man, we're getting spun out their loafers, G. Kukurea was having a hard time with that Savio. You know what I'm saying?
I think Kukurea was struggling. I don't, bruv, to be honest, I think the Doku thing's being overstated. There was a few times where, yeah, cool, he done his thing, but bro, like, he wasn't really that dangerous. Like, what did he really create, bro? I'll be honest. Like, I think the Doku thing, you know what it is with Doku.
He created the goal.
Doku, yeah, but I'm saying Doku, bro, Doku will get the ball, yeah, and he will try and take on his fullback 9 times out of 10, bro. And if it comes off once, all of a sudden, man is saying he had a good game. He was not good, bro, in the game. Like, people need to stop this, bro. And this is the problem. Like, it's like you can just keep doing stuff, keep doing stuff, keep doing stuff. Like what is that? Do you know what I mean? I said it to I made the same example of on Red Talk. It's just like, brother, if I'm sitting here with 100 pieces of paper and I scrunch them up and I'm throwing them in the dustbin and only 2 go in, bro, you're not gonna tell me that I performed well at that exercise, bro. This is what Doku is. Doku is a volume dribbler, blood. So he will get past his man eventually, but the amount of times he loses the ball in a team that's less equipped to deal with his incompetencies, yeah, he's a liability, bro. He's a liability, bro.
But not for City, though. As I said, yeah, if he played for a team like Newcastle, of course. You know what I'm saying? Very similar to St. Maximin. But at the end of the day, when he for me, Gusto didn't have a good game. Gusto was not good. He was not good.
No, Gusto didn't look like his
first game, innit?
self for whatever reason. But again,
game, innit?
It was everyone's first game, so there's going to be a lot of players that didn't perform up to their usual standard. Do you know what I'm saying? Like this is just what it is. But I thought that Chelsea played well in that game.
No, I agree. I liked what I saw. I liked what I saw in things from Chelsea. But at the end of the day, you played at home and you lost 2-0. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that, but football's about more than that, Monts. You know, in the long term.
I know it's about more. I know there's more context. That I'm not one of those fickle fans, but I'm just saying at the end of the day, results are still very important, and Chelsea still need to do more. You've seen slight improvements, but it's the same old problems. Their defense is still very leaky, in my opinion. Still very leaky, and there's times when the midfield opens up as well. Like for that Kovacic goal, that was poor defending.
It was. It was poor defending the way he stepped through them, but also
poor goalkeeping as well. Poor goalkeeping as well. To be fair, I think he has to save that. But yeah, man, I still like what I saw from certain players. I still think Labi is a special player. So the more games
he's top notch.
And the longer he stays fit, hopefully he'll do something in it. But
he's the best midfielder.
It's not easy to playing City first game in it. It's never easy in it. So that's why I didn't really crash it on Chelsea too much. I think there was just certain performances that I looked at and was concerned with. Even with Tottenham peppered up Leicester, but at the end of the day, it's newly promoted Leicester. You should be winning. Should be getting over the line. You know what I'm saying? Vardy's 37.
Yeah, even him, he never had a great game, but he scored, and everyone's talking like Jamie Vardy fucking was unbelievable. This is the thing in football, like, and you missed
the chance you should have scored. You missed the chance that you should have.
Yeah, but this is the point, like, and this is why, guys, this is why I'm super critical on attackers, because I was an attacker myself, bro. Attacking's not hard, bro. Like, I don't care what no one says. Obviously, I genuinely believe as an attacker, like, you're born as an attacker, bro. Like, either you have it or you don't have it in it. Like, that ability to change a game and to go past players and to be comfortable on the ball. But I'll be honest, bro. It's easy to be an attacker, bro, because you can have a shit game, bruv, and just have one good moment. As a defender, you can't have a shit game and have one good moment. You can't, because the game hinges on you being better than you are shit. And it's the same with midfield. Yeah. In midfield, you can't play in midfield and have a shit game. Your guy keeps getting past you. Imagine as a midfielder, you lose the ball or you lose your duels as much as Rashford loses his duels against fullbacks, or as much as Garnacho loses his duels. Imagine if you lost those duels in midfield, bro. You're not finishing the game. No, if you lost those duels at centre back, you're not finishing the game. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is why I'm super harsh on attacking players, because they play with no real pressure, bro. None.
No, I
Do you know what I mean?
think creative attackers play over pressure, because if they're not creating, if you're not create, like, because
Not
obviously
really.
a
I'll
centre
be
back,
real.
a centre back
Who
doesn't
plays
have
with
to make a
pressure?
pass.
Like
No, I'm
who
saying
plays with
a
pressure?
centre
If
back.
Bruno don't
I'm
get
just,
GA, he'll still get picked.
yeah, no, that's certain. That's an anomaly, because that's some of the dumbest shit I've seen in years. But I'm saying, like, a centre back wouldn't be tasked with the job to make a pass like Kevin De Bruyne, like, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah, but the fact is, Kevin De
or an
Bruyne,
Odegaard,
will have 40 chances to play that pass in a game. And if he doesn't
No,
get a goal or an assist, he's still playing next
no,
game.
but I agree. No, I agree. It's even with the goalkeeper, bro. A goalkeeper can make 15 saves, and if you and you could have a moment like Sanchez did against cover shot, and all of a sudden, all eyes are on you. All eyes are on you. Not even the
But that's the
amount
point.
of fuck. Not even. Yeah,
This is what I'm saying. Goalkeeper is the most thankless position, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
No,
and this
fact,
is what it
fact.
is. Man are saying
Yeah.
scoring a goal is the hardest thing in football. I disagree. The hardest thing in football is to create goal scoring opportunities, not scoring goals, bro. I've always found scoring goals easy, bro. Do you know how big a goal is, bro? Like, brother, honestly, when I'm in the box, I feel like I can't miss. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I can't miss. Like, when I see man missing certain chances, I have to question, yeah, how they got into the situation that they're at, bro. Because I believe goal scorers are born, they're not made. You can't make a goal scorer. You can't make one. Like, bro, when you're in the box, yeah, you shouldn't really be missing the target, bro. Do you know how big the goal is? You shouldn't be missing the target, bro. Like, I am not of the opinion, yeah, that scoring goals are hard, bro. Creating a chance, a clear-cut chance for players to score goals is the hardest thing, not scoring the goal. Do you know what I'm saying? Are you trying to tell me that the chances that Bruno had and Mason Mount had, yeah, those were hard chances, bro? They weren't hard. The pass from Casemiro to Bruno was harder than Bruno's finish, and he missed. What are we talking about? What are we actually talking about?
No, I feel like the maestro side of the game is probably the hardest thing.
It's
As
way
I said,
more difficult.
I'm even as a player, I'm more of a 10 than I am a striker, and I play both positions for quite a long time, even slightly off the wide end of the striker. And for me, like, in terms of having to take on a couple of players, drop a shoulder, and put the right weight on a pass, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, you still have to put the right weight on finishes. You know, there is an art to finishing. There's definitely there is an art to finishing.
There is an art, but how many real finishers are there in the modern game? There's hardly any. So with that in mind, yeah, man can't talk about the art of finishing. The art of finishing is dead. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I saw a goal the other day, yeah. Do you remember the Garnacho header when Anthony played that Travella assist from out wide? Bro, that pass was way harder than the goal. Way harder, bro.
Of course,
there you go. There you go, bro. Man saying finishing's hard, bro.
The other guys that are probably
ain't that hard.
No. I think finishing. I think having a wide range of range of finishing, like that Xerxes finish was.
Yes, but again, Xerxes' goal, yeah, was a high level finish. But how many high level finishes do you see, yeah, in an average weekend of Premier League?
But that proves it's not. But that proves having the fact that there isn't many pure, fully artful finishes in the game anymore does prove how difficult it still is. You know what I'm saying? I still think
it proves that you don't. Yeah, but it proves that you don't need it, Monts. You don't need it. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't need to have that bag. You can be a Premier League goal scorer. You don't need it. Salah's not a great finisher, bro, and he scores bare goals.
You can be a volume finisher, but you can't really be a volume passer, because a volume passer heavily reduces the amount of chances your striker will get, and that increases the pressure for your striker to have to be an absolute gunman, which there aren't many of anymore in terms of pure finishes.
This is my point. So the hardest thing is creating goals, not scoring them. The reason why they say that scoring goals is the most difficult thing, yeah, is because goals win games. But it's a lie, because goals don't create themselves. How many players, yeah, do you see that can create their own goals, bro? I've not witnessed many players in the last 15, 20 years that can create their own goals. They need someone to create for them. Do you know what I'm saying? Because when man are scoring goals in the box, yeah, how many goals are they creating themselves, bro? When man getting on the end of crosses, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Arriving late in the box and all that. Someone's still got to play the ball.
Yeah, of course. No, for me, I'll keep it a buck. I agree. I think because, bro, ask anyone, bro, I play 10. even on clubs, man plays 10. My favorite position to play is the 10. Like, I hate the fact that the position's dying out in football. I like the hybrid 10 where you can do both, where you're the Özil build, but also you can slap it bins if you really want to slap it in it. You know what I'm saying? There's guys that can also strike a ball cleanly, but at the same time,
but how many man in the game can do that, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
there ain't barely anyone. Like,
this is the point.
The Coutinhos, the Payets, the Sanchez's, the Matters, the Cazorla, all those guys are done. Like that contingent, that flavor of players finished now, bro. There's a few of them left, but it's a dying breed. The SS,
man can't tell me, that finishing, is mad difficult, and you're seeing players like Sterling get 30 GA and that, like 35, 40 GA, and they can't, bruv. These man miss open goals from 3 yards out. Like, I'm not trying to hear that, bro.
And
man that can't finish all goals all the time.
I'm gonna say something that people aren't gonna like, but even back in the day, these artful finishers, like we're talking the artful finishers, like art, these man miss sitters as well. Bad ones.
No, but there's levels to sitters, bro.
Yeah.
There's levels to sitters.
No, there's levels to sitters, but remember, like the way we home in on football, them man miss sitters as well. But again, because there's levels to the finishing, it's a different thing. Like Jota's Liverpool's best finisher, he missed the header. Not too many people speak about it because they know there's levels to man's finishing. When it comes to Sterling, when it comes to guys like Sterling,
in the modern game cannot even strike the ball properly, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, there's levels to finishing, bro. There was better pure strikers of a football,
Back in the day, not 100%. But I'm saying them man used to miss as well. But the difference is,
of course they did, but it's not about missing chances. The argument is not about players missing chances. The argument is about the fact that we now live in a era where the system creates the chances. So man are just getting chances on tap. They're just getting chances on tap. These men are not cold. Well, exactly. These men are not cold finishers. The majority of the goals that we're seeing in the Premier League right now are man running onto through passes and slotting it, which is pretty basic, depending on how much time the keeper's got to set himself, or it's a cutback and a tap in. Most of the time, it's cutbacks, bruv. When you look at these goals, bro, tapping in a cutback ain't fucking hard, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here, bro? We don't even see goals from outside the box anymore. Nines used to score from outside the box. Now, most of the time they don't, innit? So I'm not trying to hear this finishing is the most hardest thing in football. No, it's not, bro. Like, it's not.
No, we have to keep it up. There's definitely an art to it, though.
There is an art to it, but that art is not essential for being a high
in today's game.
The top.
Yeah, because it's not essential. I agree, because you can be a volume finisher and still get X amount of goals rather than someone who, like Divock Origi, from a Liverpool perspective, cold, like dirty finisher. But realistically, because he's not always going to make the run and he's a different type of striker, if the system doesn't suit him, he's not going to get nowhere near as many goals as the guy who's way worse of a finisher than him, but makes more runs. So it's going to look like on paper, if you just looked at them on paper, you'd think one's a better finisher than the other, when it's clearly not the case. You know what I'm saying? I do agree with the maestro thing, but I'm also feel like with the system, because the maestros are we're losing the maestros in the game. Players like Jadon Sancho are not valued. We're losing these players.
Of course they're not, because the system
overrides so the importance of playing the pass is also becoming devalued as well. Even though I value it more myself,
you're right.
Like that's also becoming devalued. You know what I'm saying? You're having players who are preferred for the legs rather than the art form. You know what I'm saying? So, as I said, like I hope football does go back to that kind of that mode of what it was, but it is what it is today. It's more of a chess game, and we kind of just have to deal with it as we deal with it. And we have more of the athletes that are dominating the game, and it is what it is. But as I said, like I'm going back to Chelsea, I did think they played well, and I'll be interested to see what they'll do against what they do against Wolves. And obviously, I want to see what Tottenham do. Tottenham will probably batter Everton, if I'm being honest. But yeah, like I think match day 2 is going to be interesting. I'm going to be at Carnival, so I'm not going to be able to watch certain games, which is going to jar me. But
you're ridiculous. I can't believe it. Man's missing work to go Carney, bro. That's crazy.
Hey man, that's my only 2 days off. I get 2 days off a year. I got 2 days off a year. To be fair, no, I missed Saturday's game because I'm in Norway anyway. So I missed all the Saturday's games because I'm in actually I'm in Norway. So it depends. I don't know my schedule yet. So hopefully I'll be able to find somewhere to watch the games in it. But I pray I can watch at least the Saturday games. So
yeah. And this K-Dot, this is a good comment, bro. And you're right. Confidence and mentality matters more than ability in front of goal, which is why I say goal scorers are born. You can't create them. If you don't have the right temperament, you are not a striker, bro. You are born a striker. And this is my point. This is why Jackson is not a striker. Because he don't have the temperament when he gets in front of goal. And this is why I say certain man should not be there, bro. This is why I'm saying to you, man, yeah, like, for me, goal scoring is easy. But that's because man's not... I don't get rattled in front of goal, bro. Like, I'm a composed person. I don't really get rattled by much, to be honest. And that's just what it is, because I just see stuff as maths. It's maths, bro. Look at the width of the goal. Pass the ball, yeah, in between those two white things, and you score, bruv. Like, that, to me, that's what finishing is, bro. You're just passing the ball into a goal. If you can pass a ball to a moving target, why can't you pass the ball into a fucking object that doesn't move? To me, it doesn't make sense why people can't finish, bro. Like, I don't understand. When I see man missing open goals, I'm like, bro, the goal hasn't moved, bruv. Man are moving like someone picked up the goalpost and moved it. The goal didn't move, bruv. Like, what are we doing right now? And this is what it is. It's a mental state finishing. You don't have to be the cleanest striker of the ball in the world. You don't have to be that. Look at Michael Carrick, one of the best passers of the ball ever, yeah, but he couldn't score goals because he was overthinking it. Man think that you need to curl it perfectly outside the post and back into the post. Bro, you just got to put the ball in the fucking goal, blood. Like, what are we doing? If you can pass, if Michael Carrick can play a 60-yard ball to a moving target, he can pass the ball into a goal, bro. Like, do you get it? Like, come on, bro. Like, honestly, it's not that difficult, bro. People make it more difficult in their mind. Garnacho missed that open goal.
Because of the importance of goals mentally.
Because he knew it was an open goal. Do you know what I'm saying? So he's thinking, right, I'm going to score, I'm going to score. He was probably celebrating before he struck the ball. Instead of composing himself and realizing, put the ball in the net first, mate. Do you know what I'm saying?
He even could have taken a touch and the player would have been flying.
How many times do you see it, yeah? When even if, like, when men are playing golf and they got a putt, yeah, the closer they get, the more they need to concentrate, bro. Because you can feel that the ball's almost there, but it's not there.
It's up here, though, isn't it? It's up here. It's up here, though, bro. Because it's like,
as soon as you start celebrating,
everyone knows the ramifications if you miss.
Brother, so the closer you get to the hole, yeah, the more you need to concentrate. Because as soon as you think, oh, yeah, man, don't need to set myself up properly, man, bruv, miss. And then you look like a dickhead. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is what it is with scoring as well. This is why it's so easy, yeah, to score these shots, long-range shots, because when you strike the ball, it's speculative. No one's expecting you to score. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Rooney's volley against Newcastle, the ball dropped out of the air. He just smashed the shit out of it. If he didn't score, no one says anything. Do you know what I'm saying? If he's 3 yards out and someone squared him the ball and he doesn't miss, I mean, he doesn't score, all of a sudden, he's getting criticized. You don't get criticized further away from the goal. So there's less pressure. It's all a mental thing. It's not that it's harder to score from close. It's easier to score from close, but are you going to shit yourself? That's why they talk about man getting nosebleeds. That's what it is. What gives you nosebleeds, bruv? Pressure.
Pressure still. Yeah, no, it's true.
This is what man's trying to say, bro. So finishing is all about your mental state. Either you have it or you do not have it. Do you know what I mean? It's the same. How do you recover from a miss? It's mental. Do you know what I mean? Certain man miss and their heads drop and they're fucked.
Yeah. Certain man going back another.
And they're thinking about that miss for the whole game.
Yeah.
You get it? So, nah, man. Guys, run up the light ratios. Monts, you have another show?
No. I've got to leave. Pretty much got to fly off to London soon, innit? So
calm. Guys, let me know who's live so we can redirect as well, man. Make sure you subscribe to Big Six Bants, people.
Yeah, man. Appreciate everyone. We just hit 11.5, man. So
love that. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's loads of waffle about this Ugarte thing, bro. Just hurry up and sign the brother. I'm bored now. You know that, man. fucking bored now.
Yeah, all window in it. All window man's been linked. All window.
Bro, it's dusty, bro. At least I know we're gonna get him though. It's not like the De Jong thing where man are doing it. Like personal terms are.
Yeah, it comes to man.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I hear it too.
Yeah. Monts needs to shoot now, bro. But I'm just gonna stay and answer a few more questions, bro. So just jump out when you're ready, bro.
Yeah, bro. You anyway. Big up. Also, never a foul. We've jumped on playback now, innit? We jumped on playback. So if I don't know if anyone wants to just jump on the playback, whatnot, I'll slap the link in. Once I jump out, I'm a mod in it, so I'll slap the link in the chat and whatnot. And you lot, man, if you wanna, you know what I'm saying. But you lot, big up the community. Subscribe to Big Six Bants. Let's get to that 12K, man. Let's get there. And Rants, big up yourself. We'll talk next week.
Big up, my bro.
Come on, G. Be there.
Yo, people. Hey, I haven't seen the Steven Gerrard thing, the Rafa Benitez thing, but one thing I will say, people asking about it. I've been telling you, man. As well. And it's not just all these English players, they tactically they're not very good. That era of footballer, Rooney was in there, and you see they're all shit managers as well. Frank Lampard, all these man there, like they're not good managers. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Steven Gerrard's best seasons for Liverpool, I've seen him play on the right wing, and I've seen him play just off Fernando Torres. Both of them don't take no tactical nous. He had players like Dietmar Hamann and Xabi Alonso, in the important positions. You get me? Like, bruv, doing the thinking. Steven Gerrard ain't a thinker. He was an all-action player, innit? And he was a good player. But I never rated him as highly as a lot of English guys rate him. I don't rate Gerrard like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. But big up everyone. You man know, I don't rate Gerrard like that. Scored loads of goals and that, but I don't know. He's like, I don't know. Jude Bellingham reminds me a lot of Steven Gerrard, but just Gerrard had better ball striking. Do you know what I'm saying? Better passing and that. But box to box, all action player, Alonso was better than him. That's my thing, innit? That's just my thing, guys. So I don't know. I don't think that Benitez disrespected him. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think so. I think Gerrard is an all-action player. English people like players that crunch into tackles, and he scored some big goals. He's got some big moments. But on a technical level, you saw when he dropped into the six, he was shocking. Like, he's not good on the ball like Scholesy. And he's a shit manager. So is Rooney. All these guys are not positionally aware. They're not tactically aware. They're not very intelligent players, but they're passionate. They're physical. And that's what the English like. I prefer more technical players. So I don't rate any of those players super high like how the English rate them. I think they're good players, absolutely. But give me a Michael Carrick type player over a Steven Gerrard anytime. Give me a Paul Scholes type of player over a Steven Gerrard anytime. That's just my preference. Do you get what I'm saying? So it just is what it is. Rafa Benitez pretty much backed up what I've been saying about him all the time. So Scholes will be humble and he'll say, yeah, I couldn't do what Steven Gerrard did. And that's true. Because Steven Gerrard had the physicality that Scholes didn't have. Do you know what I'm saying? But Steven Gerrard didn't control a game by putting his foot on the ball. He controlled a game with physicality by crashing in on players and doing all these other things. Do you know what I'm saying? So no, it's just one of them ones. He just said that Steven Gerrard wasn't as tactical as the foreign players. He wasn't as tactically fluid. He didn't understand the game as much. And you can see it in his management. Michael Carrick's a better manager than Steven Gerrard. Why is that? Because he's got a higher football IQ. It's not rocket science. Do you know what I'm saying? So I can't lie. The proof's in the pudding. The proof's in the pudding, mate. Do you know what I mean? So people can hate Rafa Benitez, but Rafa coached him. Rafa also said that he's the best player that he's coached as well. So Rafa weren't dissing him. He wasn't dissing him. So it is what it is, people. But yeah, man, big up everyone inside as well. Let's get these lights up. Let's get these lights up. The ratios ain't ratioing. Obviously, man's away from home. I'm in Manny right now. So obviously you saw man went and done the show at Saeed's yesterday, man. Man's still in this moody city. But it was raining today. I went gym this morning. I woke up, it was dark and it was raining. You get me? That I closed the curtains because it's so dark outside. There's no point having the curtains open. I'll be real. So it's just one of them ones. It's not great, innit? Like I got a coat in my boot, but I ain't had to wear a jacket in London. So I can't lie. I don't know why it's cold here, blood. It doesn't feel like the same country I woke up in yesterday, bro. So I don't know any. Like in Manny, it's like 17 degrees. I don't know what it is in London right now, but yeah, the weather's not nice. The food was wavy though. The Somali food was really nice. I can't lie. I might need to go back there before I leave. The food was wavy. I've never had it before, but it's lit. So yeah, bruv. I'm definitely gonna be. I might have to hit up that spot again. Still. Food was lit. So yeah, man. I'm going to watch the Futsal Champions League today and tomorrow, innit? I think I might bring Saeed as well, bro, because he ain't seen futsal before. So man are gonna go watch this Champions League thing. Hopefully Manchester qualify for the main round of the Champions League. This is like the pre-qualifiers, innit? They're in a group. So they got one team from, I think, Armenia, another team from, I can't remember, bruv, like Turkey or Greece or something. If you go on the Manchester Futsal Instagram, they'll tell you how to watch the game. You can watch it on the link. So yeah, I'm going to watch it, but I got VIP courtside, bruv. So I'm cheesing, bruv. So if you do watch the link, you'll see me there for sure. What's man saying? Hold on. What date is the futsal? Yeah, it's in the cycling center. It's today, tomorrow, and Sunday. So yeah, if you're in Manchester, come through, man. It's gonna be really good. It's the first time they've hosted the futsal in England, innit? So it's definitely worth coming through if you're based in Manny. But I'm literally by the Arndale, blood. Man's in one of them fucking big ass tall apartment buildings there, bro. Like man can see the Arndale from here, blood. So yeah, I drove up, man, but I just been walking around. I need to get my steps in, bruv. I've already done my 10K already, blood. So I'm calm. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna go. I might go link Faz or something like that now, and then I'm going to watch the futsal, man. So yeah, man. Oi, big up everyone inside. You already know what time it is. Let's get them lights up. And then yeah, tomorrow, Lee Gunner show. I might do that at Saeed's though. So you get me? I might be on Saeed's setup tomorrow. But yeah, man. Big up everyone inside here. You already know what time it is. Man said Faz will get, bro. I ain't drinking a damn thing, bro, man. I ain't had. Yeah, it's not for me, bro. I don't like drinking like that. I don't like, bro. So yeah, big up everyone inside. If Faz wants to get drunk, he get drunk on his own, blood. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow, people, I'll see you guys. The Lee Gunner show is probably going to be earlier tomorrow as well because the futsal starts at 5:30. So we're probably going to do the show. I don't know. I'm probably going to try and push the show earlier to like 1 or 2 o'clock. You get me? So big up everyone. And yeah, man, I'll catch you guys in a bit.